Welcome to the channel. Sprinkle, sprinkle, everyone. How are y'all today? Hope everyone's doing good. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So we are allowing subscribers from 4 years to be here today. If you're subscribed more than 4 years or 4 years, then you should be able to comment. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So we are going to be talking today about never dealing with people who, and I wanted to read some of the comments that were left when I asked you guys what we should discuss next. So a lot of the questions were pertaining to what should you do if such and such does this or that. So let's see. Going to open the comments. Okay, someone says, talk about how to prevent a man from taking control or from controlling you after you have gotten into a relationship with them. You never let a man control you. You always do whatever you want. And that's why you need to start your own business, have your own money, and never allow anyone to control you. Because if you have your own money and you have your own everything, nobody can really control you because you could leave at any time and do whatever you want when you want. And you don't 100% depend on anyone. So you can't really be controlled. Okay. Another comment that was left was, what to do when you get verbally attacked for being the prettiest, most feminine in the room. Leave the room and go somewhere else where people are not so jealous of you, or leave the room and go to where other people are just as pretty as you. I don't know. How to think and win in every situation. Do whatever you want to do because you want to be doing it, and you will always win. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to stay motivated and level up journey, especially in the results. And too many words. Okay. If you're not motivated just because you're leveling up or doing whatever you want to do, then maybe it's not your time to level up. Maybe you need a little bit more time to figure out what it is that you really want. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate y'all. Okay. How to think. Okay, I already read that one. When I say you got us covered, man, listen. Okay, I don't know. I'm not reading. If it doesn't make sense, I can't read it. So, why is important to tell daughters the purpose of femininity? Because I said so. Okay. I feel that it's better to show examples versus telling, because no one's going to believe you anyway. So just show examples, point things out when you see them. Watch movies about situations where the femininity is, getting the woman what she wants, and make sure your daughters are able to, see the examples. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to know that you've leveled up all the way. You when you feel like you have. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. How to date multiple men without making them feel, don't tell them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How men and women try to bully a woman that has it all. You can't bully someone that has it all because they don't really see you. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. How much fun can you have? As much as you need to have. How to date a provider when you are child-free by choice. The same way you date when you got kids. All right. How to get used to being stared at, admired, complimented all the time. Extra attention can be a lot. Jealousy. Blah, blah, blah. If it's coming from the right people, then it's not a problem. But if it's unwanted attention from people that you don't want attention from, then maybe kind of stay in a environment where you're not going to get that type of attention. Okay. How to stop asking the same dumb questions. Ha ha. Okay. How to be mysterious and disciplined. If you don't have it naturally, I don't know. Like, study someone who does. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Okay, dating intelligent rich guys who also want intellect in addition to beauty. Okay. Well, hopefully you're smart and beautiful. Have you discussed how? Okay. I'm not going to discuss anybody that behaved how they wanted to behave because that makes no sense. How do you give in after you left a dusty and keep going? Just keep going. Uh, y'all are asking me to talk about people that I don't know or that I don't pay attention to. Okay. How to make him jealous? If he ain't already jealous, then it doesn't matter. How do you keep the provider who has zero skill set in the bedroom? Um, hopefully he falls asleep and you don't have to deal with him. All right. How to respond back to disrespect? Don't. How to what? Um, how to age gracefully because too many old grumpy women. Never think of yourself as aging. Think of yourself as improving. And yeah. The women are in the comments still begging for men. Okay, just as somebody was mad at y'all because they can't get money for free like we can. Spark. Okay, so I read all the comments. So if you're around people, or if you're in a group where people are always commenting about things that you don't agree with, or that you need they think you need their approval, just ignore them. I just say ignore them. Never give anyone the time of day, and ignore people who aren't doing what you need them to do, or if they're not benefiting you in any way. So who cares? If you're a lot of people are asking me questions in caps, and I actually told you guys that that's rude in the comments. So don't ask me anything in caps, just so y'all know for the future of this video. Okay. And if I don't answer your question, don't repeat it because it means I don't want to answer it. All right. Thank you. Sparkle, sparkle. So yeah, no caps, please. Thanks. Okay. You say you have to deal with a sharing a house? Just sell the house, or buy it, or buy them out. I don't know. If you're not good with sharing, just keep the house, and hopefully they'll understand. If they can't pay the rent or the taxes or the mortgage or whatever, then they don't need to worry about it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So I have not been live for a couple of days, or has it been a week? Yeah, I've been super busy. So hopefully y'all can deal with me not being on here all the time, or just as much, because I've been doing a lot of stuff. It is summertime. So anyway, if y'all are going to ask me the same questions I really can't answer, y'all just need to use common sense. Okay? Common sense would go a long way. You don't need my approval, and you could do pretty much whatever you choose to do in your own lives. Okay? And that's part of being a leveled up person, to make your own decisions and to do what you want, as long as it's beneficial for you and you don't have any issues with it. That is the best thing I can tell anybody who's asking a question about what they should do. Do what you want, baby. Because that's what I'm going to do. A lot of people don't live by that. A lot of people cannot fathom doing what they want because they've never been allowed to, or they feel that they can't do something that they want. So maybe just get in the habit of doing what you want. Because a lot of people can't do that for some reason, and they should be able to. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway, so I was out shopping today. Bought a lot of stuff from, well, I bought a lot of like products from Bath and Body Works and stuff. And a couple of things, a couple of books, and just walked around. We didn't have much time because I had to take someone somewhere, and we just, we had a good day. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, where y'all? Anyway, so a lot of the comments are probably not being seen because it is 4 years subscriber comments today. If you are commenting and you have new membership, then great. Shout out to the new members. Sprinkle, sprinkle. A lot of the videos that y'all are looking for are in the members area, so members only area. And this one probably might go in there. I'm not sure. We'll see. But there's lots of new subscribers on the channel, so I appreciate you guys. If y'all are new subscribing and y'all aren't commenting yet, you should be able to comment maybe. I'm not sure if you're going to be a comment in the permanent section, but I'm going to try to go live next time and let everyone comment and see how y'all are doing and how, you're going to be more behaved in the comments. That way we can like allow more people to comment. Yeah. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, if y'all are watching videos and I'm saying one thing for one person and another thing for another person, sometimes their situations are different. So if you have a different situation, you have to use your own common sense to feel out the situation. Okay, there's no right or wrong answer for anything. It's the situation that you need to, use your common sense with. So therefore, it's not anything that you're going to have the correct answer for everything someone does. You have to know that person, how they think, and you need to know how you think and how you are. Because I can only tell people things according to their situations. And sometimes there's more than one answer. Sometimes something will work and sometimes another thing will work as well. So just try both until you find one that works. And if you're trying to get a man emotionally hooked and things like that, then, you can't really care about them. They got to care about you. Like, if you can't care enough, you can't care more than they care for you. That's just how it goes. Otherwise, you're doing more of the work than they are. So stop caring as much. Y'all are doing too much. And when women do too much, men sense the desperation. So just allow yourself to just forget about them and do whatever you choose to do. And then they will be emotionally hooked if they really, if they like you. Our Kern. A lot of times though, if they're not worth emotionally, if they're not worth to hook emotionally, then try not to do so. Because a lot of women don't think about that. And, if it's not really worth it to you, then don't bother. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. Uh-huh. You said how to get him to unhook? Um, I mean, if he's a man with money and attractive, he should be able to get another woman and unhook easily. You know, he should be able to go ahead and get somebody else. Otherwise, if they like you that much, then they might as well start to pay them bills. Sprinkle, sprinkle. A lot of people definitely know how to hook someone and get them to pay them bills. A lot of the people that are younger and just starting out, dating and trying to date men that have more, um, don't be so. mm, I guess the word that I'm looking for is don't be so obvious, especially if you are new at doing this. Don't be so obvious. If the guy looks like who did it and why, then you can pretty much say whatever you want to them. And if they like you, they're going to do whatever you want anyway. But at the same time, if you're trying to date someone who's attractive, who has, some money and, has their choice of women, you can't really, uh, say and do whatever you want because you already know they have options. So therefore, you need to also have your own options as well. If that person really wants you and they like you, then they're going to let you know. If not, then nothing lost. Everybody has, you know, um, their standards, and my standard is, if you can't do the most for me, if you can't do what I need you to do for me, then there's no need for us to be here together. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for me to be with anybody if they can't do what I need them to do. So a lot of young girls don't feel that way because they have to go through the relationship process in order to know what they want, what they don't want, what kind of men that they like to date, what kind of men they don't like to date. They need to be able to date the attractive men. They need to be able to date the men who are going to probably break their heart. They need to date the type of men that are going to probably be, all the things that they know that they don't want. And then when they find the one that they do like, they're going to say, okay, well, this person is not like anyone else. So I'm, you know, I want to see exactly where this goes. And so that's how most real relationships that are long lasting happen, when you know what you don't want. This is why a lot of the young women have to go through those terrible relationships in order to know what she does like. Okay. You're not going to get everything, you know, the first try. You're not going to have the perfect man on the first try for everything. If you do, great. If you don't, just know, the qualities that you prefer. Mhm. If you're dating and a guy doesn't meet your standards, do you text him and say you're not interested in blocking? I'm not doing all that because I'm too busy, with other things. If you're in elementary school, if you're heavily involved on social media and this is your life, then of course, if that's the only way that you guys communicate, then of course do whatever you need to do. If you block someone or if you're not interested in them and da 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 da, if that's what you choose to do, it's only because you don't want to deal with that person anymore. And usually, you know, you don't have to. So you don't have to deal with them anymore if you're not interested. Never be interested if you don't, you know, never deal with someone if you're not interested in them, unless you're interested in something else that they can do for you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. If you are interested in someone and they're not interested in you and they're not responsive to you, then just move along and do whatever you were doing before you met them. Okay. It's not the end of the world for you. It's just moving on to a different, option. And of course, a lot of men, um, they're not out here looking for long-term relationships. So you also need to know that they're not out here saying, "Oh, I'm looking for my wife." They're not out here looking like that. So don't go out there looking the same way. Oh, don't go out there saying, "I'm looking for my husband." No, look for whatever it is that you want to experience. Look, if you want to experience someone that has money that's going to spend it on you, look for that. If you're looking for someone who's going to treat you a certain way, look for that. If you're looking for someone who, has a certain amount of intellect, look for that. Don't just look for a man to, you know, be your husband. That can be later on once you get to know that person, when you're sure that they have the qualities that you want. Okay. And the money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, anyway, hope y'all are having a good evening. What if he's wealthy but still pretty stingy? Mm, if he's stingy with you, ask yourself, is he stingy with only you or everyone? Is it personal or is that just who he is? If it's just who he is and that's not something that you like, then maybe you should start seeing other people. Because if that's just who he is, that's just who he is. Okay. So you've got to make sure, you know, that that's what you want. If you got another option who's not stingy, who's very, you know, much of a provider, then, you got options. You say he's stingy with absolutely everyone. Well, then what did you find attractive about that person? He obviously, you're just there for the clout, that because he's wealthy. If he's not doing anything, then who cares? You got other options. Hmm. If he's not spending, making your life easier, paying bills, he shouldn't be there. Exactly. Yeah, if he's, he shouldn't be there. Or if he's serving any other purpose, if he can help you do something, then, as long as you are able to have your other friends or men or whoever, then I don't see an issue with it. There are lots of people that have wealthy friends. There are lots of people that have boyfriends. There are lots of people that have, several options, and they're not really worried about, who's doing what. They're going to choose to be with whoever is, doing more and the best for them. That doesn't mean they're going to give up everything else. That means, they're just not going to give them as much attention. Okay. Anyway, so keep your priorities on self, and it's not about the other man, it's about you. What are you getting from it? What do you want out of it? All right. Has anyone seen that? No. I don't watch that show. Or was you said some couple? Yeah, I don't watch that show. It's kind of like they just put whatever on TV these days. Or is that on social media? You said, how do these things apply to lesbian relationships? I'm not sure. I just say find someone with some money that likes you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I mean,
I couldn't tell you. I mean, if they like you and they want you and they're willing to give you money, then that's how you deal with it. You know, it's probably going to be more psychological, and you're going to probably have to have more ways to communicate that you like providers, and that's the only way you're going to be with someone, right? I always say, know what's right for yourself, be right to yourself, and questions that other people have may not always be right for their situation. So you got to use your common sense. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, what is considered too mean that will hurt a man's feelings? I saw one of your videos that you mentioned, guys, like me. You know, I'm mean if you make me mad. And if someone can't see you at your worst and you can't say your worst and y'all can't apologize to each other and get over it or just get over it, then y'all don't need to be together. You know? So, because that's what happens in real life. People say bad things. And if someone can't get over that and they're just angry, they're not meant for each other. You know what I'm saying? If you are still sad about something that I said to you and it's been a day or two, then you're too sensitive for me and I gotta go. Okay. So like seriously. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. You say you think the guy's using her, she's the breadwinner. Well, a lot of women make a lot of money these days. That doesn't mean that they're the breadwinner as long as the man is paying the bills. A lot of people don't realize this. Women can make way more money than someone, pay zero bills. Or they can earn way more money, receive way more money than so many other people. But if you live in a house with someone and y'all in a relationship and you like the dynamic of the man paying for everything, um, then that's how it should be. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. See, I think a lot of people have these issues with, if you make this much money and your man makes this much money, y'all should put the money together and buy this and that, buy that. That's only if you have that much like want and need to live in a lifestyle of your combined salary. You know, um, and to me, like I said, I'd rather just live on their salary and keep my money for other things later on. You know, and like I said, a lot of women like to show off their success in finance through their houses, cars, and what they're able to do. And if they are married and, combining wealth and things like that, it's easier to show bigger and better things. But I don't live to impress or please other people and look like I have something in front of people that I don't know or don't really care about. So that's why I can literally allow, um, someone to pay everything, and I can literally keep all of my money or most of my money, if I don't spend it on myself or some stuff for the kids. But literally, you got to just make sure that you don't care enough and just keep your money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, y'all. Do y'all know anyone? Okay, let me read this. Hold on. Okay. Well, you know, a lot, that's great. Women know how to do certain things. Like, I think people got it mixed up when they try to do too much. Like, I don't know if a lot of people grew up with nothing and they want to show off quickly in front of so many people, you know, so fast. That's not the way to go. The best way to go is allow people to think you have nothing and have a lot. Okay. Did me and my husband buy a house together? No. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Therefore, it can happen even for notoriously. Okay, yeah. It just depends on the woman. Like, the woman runs things. We run everything. We instruct. We tell what to do. If you don't do it, then you're going to regret it, and you will eventually be doing whatever the woman wanted you to do, or you will lose her. So if you don't want to lose your woman, you literally just going to do what you want. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Yep. And that's all you can do. If you don't, if you're with a man and they're not listening to you and not doing what you want them to do, or whatever, whatever, and you know someone else will, then why would you be with that one? You know? So, and like, you know, on these questions, on these lives, like, when you guys ask me if we bought a house together, how would I bought a house? When we bought this house, I didn't have any money, or not a lot. You know, I don't work. I mean, I do YouTube and stuff like that, but I don't have a job. So he paid for the house, and definitely pays for the bills and things like that. So I don't know why people would think I would pay for a house when I make videos talking about they're supposed to pay for stuff like that. Okay. And I know a lot of people are in situations where they are married, they paid this, he paid that, whatever, whatever. And then you find my channel, and I'll tell you guys, stop thinking you did something wrong. That's just how you were. That's just how you thought. That's just what you thought was correct. That's what you wanted to do. That's what you felt was necessary to get to the situation that you're in. I didn't think that way. I was like, you know what? No, I ain't doing that. So it's not that it's something that you did wrong. It's just a decision that you made. And I made a totally different one. Okay. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It just means it's something I wouldn't do. If you feel like you made a mistake and that you don't want to pay for stuff anymore, then don't. And tell that person I made a mistake. I don't want to pay for anything anymore. I don't want to work anymore. I made a mistake. And if that person was only with you because of that choice that you made, then you have to realize that person was only with you because they thought you were going to contribute. So if you're not contributing and that's the only reason they were with you, that's the only reason they was with you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Always know your value as a woman and never let anyone tell you your value. Do whatever you want. And you should be, able to do that. So, There are men who don't want you doing 50-50 with them. They want to take care of you. Well, well, whatever that means, you know. As long as they're paying the bills, pay them bills. Okay. I don't know, like it's been a long time. Like I know a lot of people are dating in this day and age, and y'all are young, and y'all are coming across these men who don't want to pay for nothing, or some of them do, some of them don't. But you have to realize it's not about them. It's not about what they want to do. It's what you only accept. It's what you only accept. So it has nothing to do with whatever they want. It has everything to do with what you accept as a woman. As a lady, what you accept is what you want that man to be doing for you. So basically, he could be like all that. You could say, well, I only deal with guys that do, you know, whatever, or pay for everything or pay these bills. If they don't want to do those things, next. All right. Always go on to the next because they're not going to comply, therefore wasting your time. And always let them know that you're unbothered by the situation because it's not about them personally. It's about what you need them to do. And if they're not going to do what you need them to do, move on. Nothing personal. True. A lot of guys don't know that men are mentally capable of not caring as much as they used to. A lot of the mentality of, you know, how people date has changed. And so with that change, women, especially younger ones, like, you know, a lot of people know this. If you want something and that man wants you, they're gonna make sure you have what you want. That's just it. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate y'all. Yes. Make sure you always tell them up front who you are, what you like. That way y'all don't waste no time. Okay. All right, I don't see any more questions, so I guess I'll just start talking. So once you get ready to create the lifestyle that you want, like when you meet someone and you say, okay, well, this person can provide exactly what I need. They look like that they can, you know, afford the type of house that I like. They look like they can do this. They look like they can do that. They like me. They're pretty much going to give me what I want. That's the one that you need to keep. That's the one that you need to work with. That's the not work for, not work, you know, not with money, but that's the one that you need to work on, you know, keeping the relationship with, because that's the one that's going to give you everything. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do I initiate a breakup when he hasn't met your requirements? You don't initiate anything. You just don't care. If they're not meeting your requirements, they don't deserve your response, man. Basically, you just tell them, look, you ain't doing what I need you to do, so I gotta go. I gotta go. Bye. Are there more marriage-minded men in Texas? I don't know. I mean, it's not about the men. Y'all keep thinking wrong. It's not about the men. It's what do you want? It's not marriage-minded. It's what you want. women realize it's not about what the man wants, because no man wants to be married. What do you want as a woman? You control everything. Women control what the men want. Okay. Ladies, y'all control it. Y'all control what these men want, but y'all have it twisted in your mind that you don't. If you want marriage, any man can be marriage minded if they want you. You got it? If you want marriage, any man can be marriage minded if they want you. Because men are very possessive by nature. And they would rather marry you than allow you to go out and meet somebody else. Okay. So if you act like you got options and that they're no big deal and that you can go out and meet someone at any time and anytime you choose, move on and do whatever you want, then they're either going to marry you or they're going to allow you to go marry someone else. Okay. If you marry someone else because the person that you were with did not want to marry you, then consider that good, because if they themselves knew that they weren't ready for marriage, they saved you a lot of time and grief. Okay. You can't force someone to marry you, especially if they're not ready, because you're just going to regret it later on when they tell you, I told y'all I didn't want to get married. So then don't marry. Don't ever force them in to get married. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. And I feel like a lot of people don't, I don't know, like, I don't know what world y'all come from, but in my world, how I, learned things and grew up, people weren't as nice. They just did whatever they wanted to do. I did whatever I wanted to do, because I feel like when you're very considerate of so many people's feelings, from, every little, minute thing that you do, it's annoying. It's like, do you like this person? Yes or no? Do you want to be with them? Yes or no? If not, keep it moving. Because a lot of people don't realize y'all are doing way too much, and the guy doesn't even really care that much. So women need to stop all of that consideration stuff. Just do whatever you want. That's what I would do. And the reason why is because if that person really likes you and they really want you, they're not going to care what you do. They're not going to care. They're going to just want to please and make you happy, or please you and give you what you want and do whatever. Yeah. All right. A lot of you guys aren't using your, seduction techniques when you are dating, and a lot of that has to do with how you get them in to do what you want them to do. So y'all need to start using more seduction techniques, mental seduction techniques, when you are dating men, and they will definitely have a different response to if you're not using seduction techniques. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you don't know what that is, y'all need to start reading more, doing some research on your own, and getting some of that information about seduction, because a lot of times people just go in there looking like it's an interview, and it's not an interview. I have a whole video saying dating should not be an interview. Okay. You enchant, you do not date. You do not interview, you enchant, you do not interview. And if y'all don't know what enchant means, it means basically you get them to do what it is you want them to do, Get them to see you how you want them to see you. Get them to respond to you how you want them to respond to you. And that's it. And if they don't, then on to the next. A lot of women don't feel that this is a way to date or responsible, or it's not. Okay, if y'all are looking for true romance and true love and stuff like that, great. But what are you looking for? What is it that you're looking for? Are you looking to get a man who does what you want, who gives you what you want, or are you looking for a man to be the best representative of himself until his real self comes out? And because everybody has flaws. But if you have flaws and still do, what is asked of you or what is wanted of you, then who cares? Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said how you start getting cash married with twins? Well, why don't you ask him, since he already planned to probably date other people while he was married with kids. If a man is willing to do that, he's willing to do more. He already know he got to do what he got to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All you got to do is tell him what you need. But sorry, y'all. I accidentally clicked the wrong button. Y'all. Oopsie. Anyway, yeah. Just, if you already know what he does for a living, you should already know that he was getting ready to pay some bills. Or give you whatever you wanted. A lot of people always ask, why do men get married if they're going to cheat? Because they were going to cheat if they got married or not, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They might cheat less or more. I don't know, depending on y'all's relationship or situation. But don't ask that question, because every woman knows that, well, most women know that doesn't stop anything. So y'all need to know that. It don't stop nothing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, you guys, my book at the top, I Bring Nothing to the Table. It's available on Amazon along with my other books. Y'all need to go ahead and get those. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They will definitely help you level up to your next level and get you thinking in the way that you need to be thinking. Because a lot of people are not. So, I Bring Nothing to the Table. Also, get this book right here. It will be suggested when you click on the Amazon link that is pinned to the top. So, yes. So y'all get my books. I have several books out there. Just get the ones that you need. And definitely a lot of the questions that you guys have are definitely in those books. Also, if you guys are interested in getting some Level Up cosmetics, I do have lip glosses, and it's linked in the description bar. Just go levelupcosmetics.us. We have several lipsticks, lip glosses, powders, contours, blush. We got a little bit of stationery on there. We have lipsticks. We have powder. I think we have like some. just take a look. There's a lot of things that are going to be restocked soon, but definitely Level Up Cosmetics.us. It's in the description bar. And see what you guys like. There are beautiful lip glosses. I even have the Sprinkle Sprinkle lip gloss. It's named Sprinkle Sprinkle. So it is a gloss that will look good on everyone because it's just kind of like this really pretty champagne sheer thicker. It's a thicker gloss. It's not one of them thin ratchet cheap glosses. It's a thick glimmery Sprinkle Sprinkle gloss. So y'all get that. I have other glosses as well. This one is called Fantasy. And then we have Bag, which is this really pretty coppery color. And we also have one called Glow. It's a really pretty neutral, natural color. Y'all need to go ahead and get that. And then we have this beautiful red. It's very bright, bold, and it's a 24-hour liquid lipstick that will not budge. We also have some lip plumping glosses. You guys like some lip plumpers? So just type in whatever you're looking for on the website, and it shall show you all the selections and things like that. So you're looking for lip gloss, type in lip gloss. Looking for red lipstick, type in red lipstick. You're looking for blush, type that in. If you don't see everything all at once on the same page, just type in what you're looking for. It's the easiest way to shop. Saves you time. You said men steer you in a totally different direction. I could smack past you. Okay. Well, you know, a lot of times when men steer you in a totally different direction, it's also something to learn. It's like you can learn from those mistakes, or you can learn from those things so that you don't do them again, or that you prevent other people from doing them, or you recognize them when they start to occur so that you could change your course or whatever. So a lot of people may not learn, or if they don't pay attention close enough or whatever. But if they do, it's not bad. It's like just something that you learned along the way. Okay. You say, are there any sugar daddies in Texas? I'm sure they everywhere, no matter where you go. You know, because you know there has to be. There's too many rich people here. All right. You live with your boyfriend. He don't work, but provide basic things. He upset that you are materialistic. How to leave in peace and keep him on the side? Well, have a situation where you need something from him, and if he can't provide it for you, then he'll let you go. It's like, bye, I gotta go. I can't do that for you. You gotta go. I would say this: if this is truly the type of man that you have, and he doesn't like the fact that you're materialistic, then I don't think most men like certain things that they can't provide. You know what I'm saying? So that would be like if you were really into looks and your man was not that handsome or whatever, and all you spoke about was, oh, how handsome someone is, or how good looking someone is, or how this that someone is, that man may start to feel a little bit insecure if they don't look good. So if you're materialistic and they don't have any money, it's going to make them feel insecure about not having what you need. So therefore, why would you be with someone like that? You know, it should be obvious that it's not going to work if you're materialistic and he ain't. And he should be the one to know that it's not going to work if you keep asking for more things that he can't provide. Well, he should be the one to be like, I'm done. Okay. He said a guy got a pattern of ghosting and we are in initial conversation stage and he ghosted you twice. Should I ask money directly when he returns without any? I definitely feel like if you're dealing with anybody ghosting you, you know, date other people at the same time. You know what I'm saying? If they're ghosting you, if they're continuously ghosting you, then continuously ghost other people and date other people as well. You know, create a whole haunted house. You know, if that's what y'all want to do, you know, if people ghost each other all the time, I've ghosted so many people. I think I've been ghosted by people. I've ghosted many, many people because a lot of times that's what is required. Sprinkle, sprinkle, just ghost. You don't want to deal with them, ghost. You live and you live with your boyfriend. Works only provide. Okay, I already read that one, right? Okay, I was reading an old comment. Ghost people, block them. Don't deal with them no more. Don't talk to them. Talk to them if you want. It doesn't matter. Like, do whatever you choose to do. Because I be ghosting all the time. You're dating other men too. Good for you. I think a lot of women don't know that you have more power if you ghost. You ghost whoever you want. They wonder what happened. They looking for you. They wonder, what you're doing. I don't know how many women have ghosted men before? Or how many of y'all ladies have ghosted someone before? Because I know I have. A lot of ladies do this now. It's not a big deal. Because I ghost. If I don't like what you're doing, I don't like what you're saying, I'm ghosting. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So I guess I'm gonna have to start allowing a little bit more comments in on the next video. So I'm just, I'm easing back in. Last time was 5 years, now it's 4 years. Hopefully next video will be 3 years until we can get to where everyone can comment once again. That would be nice. Okay. You said I ghost all the time. I ghost all the time too. That's what I do. You know why? You can ghost everybody on your social media. You can ghost whoever you want. You could ghost a certain person whenever you choose to. Just go ghost. That's what I do all the time. And the reason why people are going ghost is because if you can't deal with a person face to face in person, or the person sitting next to you, y'all are dating or whatever, y'all can't deal with each other, or y'all aren't clicking or vibing, then if you're gonna say, okay, well, thanks for whatever, but I don't think this is gonna work, like, fine. But some people don't even care enough to do so. You know, they just go. So, mm-hmm. Yep. You say you had to ghost. He didn't tap my name to show that it was real. Well, no one is going to tap someone's name on them if they ain't got no money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You ain't got no money? Well, don't, no. Because anybody can ghost anybody. It's very easy. But at the same time, don't get your name tattooed on nobody. You ain't got no money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Gonna be looking like who did it and why. You said ghost show back up like nothing happened. Well, luckily, there are plenty of women that will deal with them ghosts because they know what them ghosts are doing. If the ghosts are beneficial to you, if they're giving you what you want, they're giving you money, if they're giving you, what you're asking them for, if they're giving you all the things that you like, then who cares? I doesn't matter to me. I do it all the time. Is it better not to like the man at all to keep your emotions under control? I don't know. That all depends, because if you don't like someone at all and they're acting like you do or you should, then that's also when things can, be uneven or unfair because they feel like you should and you don't. So therefore, if you just make it part of your personality that you really don't show emotions that much, then they shouldn't care. If you let it be known from the start that you're not very emotional and you don't show that much type of feelings, then it's easier to deal with people because they're not going to be triggered if you don't show any emotion. They're not going to be triggered if you don't react a certain way because you already told them that's not who I am. I can't do that. I'm not that emotional because I don't get into the feelings that deeply. Unless it's very, mutual, or unless I really feel it. Has to be something very profound. Okay. Is it better not to like the man at all? Okay, I already answered that question. And a lot of you guys keep asking about ghosting and ghosting and ghosting. Why don't y'all try to meet people that you don't have to ghost? That would definitely be a plus. Or that are not going to ghost you. Because a lot of times when you meet people and they ghost you, it's because they weren't able to really get along with you and know what you like, what you don't like, and they can't please you. There's nothing that they can do right. And so there's nothing that they can do. And so they just take themselves out of the equation and they go away. Do you think men are more attracted to women that aren't emotional at all? I think so at first, but then when they get into some type of relationship and the woman does not show emotion, then they want an emotional woman. So they want when they want and they don't when they don't. So if you're a good actress, you can act emotional when you're supposed to, and you cannot act emotional when you're not emotional anyway. So you just act like you are emotional when you're supposed to. It's like a cue, because there's a lot of people that have to literally act their feelings because they don't have them. You got to act your feelings a lot of times because sometimes your feelings are put in a place where you don't allow people to access them that don't have, what it takes. So you just really got to be like, okay, oh, that's so nice. You got to fake it. You know what I'm saying? Because so many women fake their emotions these days because their emotions have been locked away because a lot of people try to take advantage of them. So they don't give them, they just act them. And when things don't go right, The woman doesn't get all extra emotional. She just says, okay, well, I'm done, and walks away. But meanwhile, the man may have thought, oh my gosh, this woman is so emotional. She's going to react this way and she's going to do this and that. And then when the woman doesn't, they're surprised. They're like, what's wrong with this person? They didn't act a certain way because you didn't deserve it. You didn't deserve emotions. You deserved an act. And when you get an act, a lot of times men are like upset when they got the actor instead of the real person. When you get the actor or the actress of the person that you're dating, it's because you're not good enough. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or they don't see you as good enough. So you're just going to get the actor. You cut provider off because you caught him cheating, but I realized I could have rinsed him for some. Girl, if all you want is some shoes from some dude, go get another one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Honestly, you should have got all that you wanted, obviously. If not, there's another one somewhere for you. Always. There's always. How to ask for money without being too pushy. I think I was aggressively. I think I asked too aggressively. I get straight to the point and scare them off. Well, it depends on who they are and how much they like you. And I always say this in every video. If they don't like you a lot, you can't just ask. So you don't have the right target, it's going to be hard. And yeah, y'all got to watch the past videos. The past videos will definitely tell you how to hint and clue about what you need in order for them to offer. And if they don't offer, then get it from elsewhere. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You shouldn't have to beg or anything. Okay, you live with your boyfriend 3 years, he earns 4-5 times than you expect that I would laugh in his face. Bye, sprinkle, sprinkle. If you living with a man and sleeping with him, don't pay nothing in that house. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? If you in there and don't pay nothing, and tell him that. Or start charging him for everything you do. Then you give him the money that he paid you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you want sex, charge him. Okay? He want to talk to you, charge him. He want to sleep next to you, charge him. Well, you can sleep next to him for free, but if he want to touch you, charge him. All right, if you want to claim you as his wife and totally take you off the market, charge him. Okay? You shouldn't be living in no house paying 50 with no man who makes way more than you. And if he does, then tell him go find somebody else. When the ghost returns, if is it meant to say, oh, you're back with laughing emoji? Oh, I don't, you know what? As far as ghosts are concerned, in any type of situation, if they like you enough to return, then you might as well get something from them. You know what I'm saying? They need to come bearing gifts already. Things that you want, things they know you like, things they know you want. If they know they're going to be right back. Okay? So make sure they coming back with the most. The ghost with the most, baby. Beetlejuice. Y'all know they have a Beetlejuice cafe. I was driving the other day. I'm looking around. What is that? Girl, they have a Beetlejuice cafe. Just the whole theme of the restaurant is Beetlejuice. What in the? Gotta go check that out. I don't know when, but maybe around Halloween. How do you let go of a relationship of 4 years, girl? Get into another one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get into another one, or wait until you get into another one. It's like you ask for things you want done instead of asking outright. Well, good. That's a good way. Well, whatever it is that you want, whether it's something that you want him to pay for or want him to do, then ask. Always tell him what you need. Okay. That's what I do. I mention what I want, say what I need, and then I get it. Always. Okay. Got put some lotion on. Look at that. This smells really good. So, you're dating a multimillionaire and he just prepaid your rent for a massive what? But he don't want no marriage, any marriage. You invite your boyfriend over. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You don't want no marriage. Obviously, he don't care if you date other people if he don't want marriage. If he specifically said, I don't want marriage, it means date other people. That's what I heard. Oh, I don't want marriage. Okay, well, you don't want marriage. Okay, good. That means I can have a boyfriend. Because that's all I'm hearing. I don't hear I like you and I just want to date you and I don't want to marry you. All I heard was you don't want to marry somebody. Okay, well, good. That means I can have a boyfriend. If you ain't in this for marriage, then you shouldn't care. Right? He's going on a cruise with his family and ex-wife. Is that right? Is that right for what? For him? It's right if he paid for it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Did he pay for it? Oh, his ex-wife, girl. Oh, okay. Girl, if she's got a threat, who cares? Because where are you going to be, man? Hopefully with your new man or your other one or your side dude or whoever. So you got to have more than one. If you have more than one, you never worry about the other one. You know, you got them all. They pretty much do whatever you want them to. So who cares? You got to have that type of attitude. Like, honestly, if you like somebody, but they don't like you enough to make you exclusive, then like another person, and you're going to have everything you want. Okay. Now all he gonna have is his family and his ex-wife. And if that's what he wants, that's what he wants. Might as well get what you want. Okay. If you have like a boyfriend or if you have a man that does whatever you want, then you're not really concerned about the other people. You're like, okay, well, you gonna have fun. Y'all have fun. Because you're gonna do what you want anyway. From a woman that used to date lots of men who were married, they're gonna do what they want anyway, y'all. Don't matter. Okay. You asked a man for money. He said he didn't need to give money because women come to him. What do I say? He sound like a dusty. Okay. I would say great. Well, I know all the women are probably ugly anyway, so y'all have fun. But y'all have fun. That's what I was like. I would feel like I'm too bougie. I'm too good for certain people. If they have all these women, coming to him or them or whatever, great. That's them. I'm me. Do you have any advice on how to attract a sugar daddy? Usually, like a lot of times people are calling them sugar daddies, but usually if you have, I don't know, whatever type of qualities that you have, usually you're just going to attract men that want to do things for you. And if that's what you're going to call them, that's what you're going to call them. But usually it's just men who will do whatever you want. So, and I never like, you don't have to call them a sugar daddy. They can literally just be someone that gives you whatever you want. Because a lot of men don't like that word. Um, and a lot of women use that word, but a lot of women don't realize, sometimes those sugar daddies end up being your significant other that just gives you whatever you want. If you don't plan on staying with them very long and things like that, and it's just a mutual agreement, then definitely just call them your friend. Okay. Or, just someone that you know. Yep. There's nothing worse than a man that has to brag and say, well, I don't have to chase a woman because so many women are, wanting me. Well, good for them. Congratulations. A lot of times that's not really impressive to women that other women want you. That's not impressive. What's impressive is, does the man like the woman enough to want her without having to try to brag about how many women want him? Because we don't care. That's not our concern. A lot of women don't care how many women want you. It's not impressive to women. Money and what you could do for them and how you can provide for them and how you want to please them and give them what they want is what women like. Okay. Other than that, you wasting breath. All right. She said, teach us how to be nice, nasty. Sadly, most people don't have the confidence to be nice, nasty on a degree where they can feel good about it afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So like, you have to have an attitude that you're all that. You're the best. There's nothing no one can tell you. And it's whatever you say or it's goodbye. That's it. Nice, nasty. Like, okay, well, if you don't like it, that's fine. We don't have to deal with each other and talk to each other ever again. Gotta go. Bye. You know? You say, were you out being talked to, but no numbers? Quality is not quantity. I mean, quantity is not quality. So you might not get numbers until someone sees your quality and they are quality. So you don't want numbers from just anybody. You don't want numbers for someone who's not going to be able to do anything for you. You don't want anything from somebody who's not going to be able to give you what you want. So it's not about getting numbers, it's about getting the type of person that you want versus a bunch of random numbers that's not going to do anything for you. Okay, so it's quality over quantity. Never think that getting a bunch of numbers is progress because it's not. What it is people that wanted to see if you would give them your number in front of other people. So, and even if someone does ask for your number, you need to make them work for it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't just be handing out numbers like left and right. They need to work for it. Okay. And you're not supposed to be taking their numbers because they're supposed to be calling. Okay. Uh-huh. When you're young, let me rephrase this. If you're young and you're dating some old dude just for his money, and you want to go out to eat or you need something new, yes, of course you can talk and call him first because he's your ATM. Okay. So this doesn't apply if you're gold digging. This doesn't apply when you're calling up your man because you need some money or whatever. This applies when y'all are trying to have some type of relationship where he knows you're the prize or he knows that he has to do for you. He has to call first and put in the effort. But if you're just some young girl who needs some cash to go shopping and or needs want to go out to eat or needs something fixed on their car and you can call some dude up and they give you money whenever, then if you need it, then let them know. But don't call if you've never talked to this person before. Don't text or call first if they're in a relationship or trying to start some type of dating relationship with you. Don't do any of those things first. Okay. But if you know they're going to give you money all the time, when you call and ask them for it, then that's not a problem. Okay. But only when it's like trying to establish the relationship or the dynamic of the relationship. Okay. There's a lot of women like, "Okay, I can't contact them first, only if you know they're going to give you some money. And that's what you're calling for. You're calling to go shopping. You're calling to get your whatever done, fixed, whatever. Then, call them, get you some money from them, go shopping and pay your bills, do whatever you got to do. Okay. Because a lot of women are going to do that. They may have someone on the side that's their specific job. That's what they're in their lives for, to give you whatever you want. And then you might have someone in your life that just wants to go 50-50 and you're laughing at this person because this other person over here is doing everything. So this is why when you date more than one man, it's funny when you see one that asks you to do one thing and the other one would never ask you to do that. You can laugh at him like he said something funny. Like, I ain't doing that. I got options. So you always gotta have options. Because if you don't, you're gonna feel like, oh my gosh, I better do this so I can keep this man. Who cares? If you don't want to do it, you don't do it. Because you got options. And a lot of guys will try to see if they could get you to do something. And sometimes you'll be like, he trying too hard to get me to do this, so I'm not gonna do it. When you try too hard, a woman can tell. We can tell. Like when you're doing too much, you trying too hard, you talking too loud, or you talking too extra. We're just gonna be like, nope. You said you were a damsel in distress. He said you sorry. You hope it gets better. Blocked him and went out with another wealthy doctor. Oh, yeah. Because there's always, if you have options, you never have to, lessen what you want. Uh-huh. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And these men are out here always talking about, oh, well, you're never going to find that, or y'all are silly. Y'all are never going to find that. But next week, what you driving and posting up your new ride, you got some jewelry on, you got, you know, shopping and all this kind of stuff, and they sit there looking stupid. How to talk to a boyfriend and not share 50-50 on bills. How to talk to a boyfriend to not tell them, I'm not sleeping with you if I have to pay any bills. Otherwise, every time I sleep with you, that's one bill paid. So therefore, you got two bills. I sleep with you 2 times. I don't pay nothing. Use sex as your money if that's your boyfriend. You don't have sex with your boyfriend, then you're the roommate. Okay. So explain to him that he's the roommate. If you're paying 50-50, that means you can sleep with other people. If you have to pay to live in a house where you're sleeping with a man. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because if you wanted to sleep with a woman, and he would have to literally go out, pay for a date, impress this person enough to where she would date him again. He'd have to spend more money on trying to get somebody in the bed than just paying all the bills. He already going to pay the bills anyway if he lives alone. So what's the difference of you being there? If you moved out, he's still going to have to pay 100% of whatever it is he's paying for. So he's literally saying, okay, you pay 50% of the bills, but guess what? If you leave, he got to pay for all of them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The engineer pursuing you and takes you nice place. You told him you consider him after you get your nursing degree, but how do I get him to spend money? First of all, I would have never told him I was going to be no nurse in the first place, because that means you take care of people. It means you're a caregiver, and you should not care. That's number one. Never care enough. So then he thinks you're going to have money, which is not what he should think. Let him pay for if you're going to go to school to be a nurse, let him pay for the rest of that. Let him pay for the rest of your books. Let him pay for the rest of your whatever, Let him spend on your education if that's what he wants to spend on. Or let him pay your bills so that you can spend on your education. But either way, he needs to help you if you're in school. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If not, then date several other people who will help you. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And I know a lot of people say, oh man, this is not how it should be. It should be perfect. And da, 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 da. No, you make it perfect by having what you want. Like, you could be with one person and have everything, or you could be with several people and have everything. But do you have everything that you want? You got everything you want? That's all that matters. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, I already read that question. Let's see if there's something that I missed. Nope, I got them all. All right, thank y'all so much for joining. If y'all are new members, I appreciate you guys. Next time I go live, I don't know when that's going to be, but if it is soon, if it's this weekend, I might be in a different location. So y'all are going to probably get to see where I'm going. Or if not, I'm definitely going to film so that you guys will be able to see later. Because I'm going somewhere. Hopefully, a lot of fun. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Well, I hope all of you guys are doing the best, getting your money, dating guys who paying your bills, leveling up, doing what you do best. and making sure y'all have, everything y'all want from the guy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. A lot of men are mad at a lot of the information. But that's not my problem, and that's not your problem, ladies. So it doesn't matter. They still gonna do whatever you want them to do if they want something from you. Okay. Or they can date each other. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to go. I'll see y'all on the next one. And if I do go live from the other location that I'm going to be at, I'm definitely going to post and let you guys know when that will be. And I'm going to try to make that one available to everyone if y'all act right or act decent or act good or act however y'all need to be acting in them comments. I might let everybody back in. The reason why I do feel that a lot of people should be let back in, first of all, before I do that, y'all have to just buy the books that are in the description bar. Most of your questions are answered in there. Okay. And that's, it will probably cost you a lot less to buy the book than to ask the same question as 5 other people ask in the same exact video. So you'll always have the book as a reference, and you will always have multiple things that you might need to know right there. So it's a good thing to buy, because a lot of times you may have a question this week, and the next week you have another question, and the next week you have another question, and all the answers are literally in my I Bring Nothing to the Table book. Okay, that is linked in the description and also at the top of the live comments. So you get so many questions answered just by buying that book. And there's lots of examples in there. There's lots of, quick responses in there that you can say to someone when they ask you a specific question. And you guys can get all that just in the book. Okay. So definitely get the book so that you don't have to continuously ask the same exact questions over and over if y'all are unable to comment right now, because they're in the book. And I know a lot of people are just trying to ask a specific question so that they can try to put it on TikTok or whatever, but that's not how I would like to, do these videos. So please stop asking me the same dumb questions over and over if you're just trying to get a dumb TikTok feed. That's exactly why I stopped allowing the new subscribers to comment temporarily, because they're not acting as they should. They're not being very nice or considerate to the other people in the comments or that are watching the videos. They're just being very selfish and trying to get a stupid clip to put on their dumb TikToks. Right? So please stop doing that, or I will not let anybody be able to comment that are recent. Okay? Because I know that's what y'all are doing. And it's kind of silly. Okay, grow up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. And just so you guys know, I'm not on TikTok. Whoever is posting, I know some of y'all know, it ain't me. I've met a few people and they tell me they love my TikTok. I told them I'm not on TikTok, and they couldn't even believe it. They're like, "You're not on TikTok?" Like, nope. Don't plan on being on there either. So y'all definitely, whoever y'all are watching or talking to or watching videos from, it's not me, because I don't even have a TikTok account. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. I think I answered all the questions. So thank y'all so much. I'm going to go, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Uh-oh, here comes another question. Hold on. Yeah, you don't have to tell anybody anything about your level up. Just do whatever you need to do. You know what I'm saying? I've learned that you don't tell people about your level up. In fact, you could do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to tell them anything. Okay? Just do what you got to do, and they'll see the results sooner or later anyway. For me, my level up is very different than some of you guys' level up because I do a lot of different things. So definitely, like if your level up is more about looks or how you think, how you talk to men, how you do this, how you do that. Like I'm already past all that. I've already done all that. So a lot of times my level up is about what I'm doing, like day to day. So it could be, you know, just so many things. So our level ups are going to be completely different because, like I said, our lifestyles are very different. And leveling up has more, you know, dimensions after you already have everything you want. So definitely make sure that when you are leveling up, you're following your level up goals specifically to what you need. Okay. Because I don't really live the same exact lifestyle as a lot of the ladies that are trying to do this, and that. I have the same lifestyle as I've been having for the past several years. Probably since I've been on this channel for 10 years. I've had same lifestyle. Okay. So when you can maintain the same lifestyle for over a decade or improve it slightly, then you're doing good. So when you haven't paid bills in 20 something years, when you don't pay bills now, when you wake up pretty much whatever time you want every day, when you do whatever you want at your own pace and do whatever you want, that's your lifestyle. That's your level up. You know, it's whatever you choose to do. A lot of people, they have different ideas of what level up is to them. So that's what I'm saying. My lifestyle is completely different than so many other people's lifestyles. And so y'all need to create your own level up process or goals, because a lot of times it's not going to match other people's who are already living, how they want to live. Okay. You said men in New York are extremely cheap right now. It's hard to meet men. Okay. Well, go somewhere else besides New York. I wouldn't be looking there anyway. You know, I always tell people to go elsewhere. I mean, you can look, but like not seriously. You can look, you can have fun, but if you're trying to find someone, that's not the place, baby. Okay. Unless they want you and they got some money. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to go for real this time. Oh, the date out here is rough. Oh, y'all need to go back to the 90s. It was easy back then. Sorry, y'all. I drank all my tea. Back in the 90s, in the early 2000s, it was so easy. Yeah, I got it hard now. Stay off them dating apps. Stay offline. Go meet people in real life, in person. Go out. You meet people face to face. Shake their hand. You don't really have to shake their hand. Y'all know what I mean. And get off them dating apps. You say you like the Hamptons in Manhattan? They cheap? I don't know. Well, go where they're spending money, girl. Yes. On you. Giving you money. You said well, the type of guys that y'all want to date, y'all want to be seen out with and all this kind of stuff, they're not going to be those type of guys that's going to do everything for you. Some of them will, but not most of them. And so you're gonna have to say, look, do I want this or do I want that? Do I want to wake up whatever time I want to wake up and do whatever I want whenever I want, or do I want to put in a lot of effort and energy for some man who is not even going to give me everything I want or do whatever I want, but they just look decent or they look good in public? No, I want everything that I need done because life is easier that way. Life is too easy when you don't have to do much. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Here you go. I go like when I was younger, the best places to go definitely allows you to stand out. You need to go to places where you stand out, not where you blend in. Y'all, that's a mistake that a lot of people make. They go to places where they blend in. You need to go to places where you stand out and you look the best, or people are going to, be attracted and give you what you want. You don't go to places where there's a lot of competition. You don't go to places where everybody looks like you or better. You don't go to those places. You go wherever you're going to get the most. You have to be strategic. If you're not strategic, then you're wasting time and energy. Okay? And that's how you got to do it. See, a lot of ladies feel like, okay, well, they need to go places where they feel comfortable and everybody looks like them, or everybody is, their age or their, bracket or whatever. No, go to places where you are always going to be sought after and you are always going to be able to ask for what you want and get it. That's where y'all are making the mistakes at. Y'all aren't going to the places where people will bend over backwards to give you everything you want. Okay? So start doing that when you go out to freestyle or hang out or whatever y'all are doing. Start going to places where you're going to get the most no matter what, or whatever you want. Okay. And then it gets easier. All right, y'all, I gotta go. Thanks for everyone who liked and commented. And if you are new here, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate you guys. And also, the next time I go live, I'm gonna try to let the 2 years, people that have been subscribed 2 years in, and then I'm gonna let everyone back to see how they behave. And we'll see after that, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Okay, you said like the opera. Girl, wherever you feel like people are going to salivate and bend over backwards for you and give you whatever you want. That's where you go. Okay. Sometimes y'all are thinking too complex. Sometimes you need to think more simple, you know. I definitely feel like, let's see, back in the day, what did we used to do? Where did we used to go? We used to go to these places that were like on the other side of town. We knew there was older guys that had money, and we would be looking real cute, and we would walk up in there and just take all their money. Right. They would give it to us. You want something to drink? You want something to eat? Let me pay that for you. What's your name? You need something? And then they start talking about all the stuff that they own and how much money they have and all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to take you out to lunch. I'm going to take you shopping or whatever. That's the type of um, treatment you get when you go to where you already know there's no competition. Okay. Somebody said church. Exactly. Wherever. Go somewhere where everybody look like who did it and why. You walk in looking like your dreams have come true. Okay. That's all you gotta do. Okay. You said like a nice cigar lounge? No. Only if you are like 20 to 23. Only if you're young. Cigar lounges are for youngsters or strippers. Okay. Gold digging young strippers are good at for cigar lounges. Like, and I always tell people, if y'all gonna go to cigar lounges, they know why you're there. They know why you there. You ain't there to smoke no cigar. You ain't there because you love tobacco. You there because you like men who can pay a lot of money for a cigar. So they already know why you're there. And there's going to be lots of competition. There's going to be lots of strippers. There'll be lots of youngsters looking for they rent. So if you're young, definitely go to the cigar bar. If you're under 23, cigar bar is good for you. Even if you ain't a stripper, they already know you young and what you want. Okay. But if you're a little bit older, you got to be more strategic. Cigar bars are places where, especially if you're over a certain age, it looks desperate if you're there. You're getting all your hair and your weave and your wig smoked up. It looks very desperate. And plus, there's too much competition. So you would never go to a cigar bar if you're trying to stand out and get the most. Okay. Okay. You would go somewhere where no one is even looking for no money. Okay. You would go to a foreign car dealership and sit in the reception area at the service section in the service part where people are waiting on their cars to be serviced. You will go there. Okay. You will drop something. You will allow somebody to pick it up and make eye contact with. Okay. You won't be going to no cigar bar to stank. You're going to go right to the source where you have evidence that this person has money, or at least enough to give you something. Okay. You're going to be going to places like shops that repair certain types of luxury, expensive watches. Okay. You're going to be going to certain places that men with money, and there's mostly no women in there. The chemistry can happen if it's only you and them, right? So y'all need to be more strategic. Otherwise, y'all gonna have too much competition, and It's not going to be as easy as it could be. Okay. They always have like a lot of people want to get into like these business things. Like, and I always say, that's fine, whatever, whatever. But you're going to catch more men if you are not about any sort of business or networking. What you're going to do is you're going to be able to be in the vicinity where men have a lot of money and they're going to spend on you because you're there. Okay. They're going to give you whatever you want because you're there. That's how we used to do it. Just be in the right place, exactly where you need to be. What age of man can you take seriously if you're only 24? I always tell women, if they can't pay all your bills, if they're not able to give you everything you want, can you really take them seriously? Okay. So whatever age that is for you, I'm not taking no man seriously. They ain't paying all the bills. Okay. Like, I can't take nobody seriously, can't do everything. You can't pay all of them, then what I need you for? Okay. And I know there's a lot of guys that say, oh, why would a man pay all of your bills? There's other women out there. Well, then go get them, baby. Go get them. Don't tell me that what other men are gonna do. Don't tell me what I just go do what you gotta do, and let me do what I gotta do. That's what I tell like a lot of people, especially a lot of younger women, a lot of younger ladies, and are always getting these comments from guys telling them no one's going to do that. You're crazy. Da, 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 da. That's because they can't do it. That doesn't mean no one's going to do that for you. That means they can't. And they're triggered. So they simply let you know that they can't do it by trying to make you feel bad about even watching it from anyone in the first place. Just because they can't, don't mean he can't. Okay. So the next time you get one of those comments in your, social media, just say, well, I'm sorry, you can't afford me, but somebody else can. Okay. If somebody else definitely can give me exactly what I want, but if you can't. Mhm. If you want something from someone, if you want something, you let it be known. If someone comes to tell you that you can't have it, I didn't ask you for that, sir. You are the one that was triggered and said I can't do something. So if nobody's asking you for something, then don't get mad about it. A lot of these dussies we get mad because they think we're talking to them. We're not talking to you. If you ain't got it, we're not talking to you. If you can't give it, we're not talking to you. If you never had it and never will have it, we're not talking to you. Just because you might think we're talking to you. Go check your bank account. Go look at your wallet. Go see how much money you have and if you can afford to even pay all a woman's bills. If you ain't got it, then we're not talking to you. Okay? So stop being offended if we're not talking to you. Okay? That's like y'all being offended because somebody said, um, you know, this place is about to close down, uh, or whatever. And you don't even live there, or you don't even work there, or you don't even do anything, you know? Don't be mad. It ain't your place. Sparkle, sparkle. It might not even close down. It could have just been rumors. And you over there getting mad. Okay? If people aren't talking to you, don't respond.
That's only going to tell people that you're triggered because you ain't got it. That's all it's going to do. Okay, sir, nobody asked you. Nobody wants your little change. Nobody is talking to you. If you can't afford it, you know, you don't need to comment on it. So, if you have a man that is giving you everything you want, doing whatever you want, then you know what I'm talking about. If not, then maybe you need to definitely raise your standards so that you can attract one. Okay. And stop taking less than you want. All right, y'all, I gotta go. I'll see y'all on the next one.